to the winter meetings in beautiful National Harbor, Maryland, and we've got lots of news. Huge trade today. I'm Steve Gardner with Bob Nightingale for USA Today Sports. And Bob, Chris Sale to the Red Sox. Maybe a little bit of a surprise. We were hearing a lot of talk with the Nationals involved with the White Sox in the Sale discussions, but the Red Sox are the ones that have the prospects to pull it off.
Yeah, they've always been involved. Even back in July, they tried to get him. At the GA meetings early November, someone asked Dave Dombrowski, "You guys in on Chris Sale?" He says, "We have enough. We have enough pitching. We don't think so." Pressed him on it again. Said the same thing. When the little press conference was over, everybody looked at each other. He's not telling the truth, is he? No, he's not.
So, getting to the prospects in the deal first. Red Sox had Yoan Moncada, probably the #1 overall prospect in the minor leagues. Michael Kopech, a guy who throws 100 miles an hour and was a star in the Arizona Fall League. Pretty good haul, and two other prospects as well. Pretty good haul, first of all, for the White Sox, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, like you said, Moncada, you're not sure what you can get from him, but obviously the #1 prospect in baseball. They're really big on Kopech. I mean, throws 100 very easily. They think he's going to be a star. They like Victor Diaz, right-hand pitcher. He may be in the bullpen, very good. And a guy named Bezody, who's an outfielder. So all four of them were one of the top, 25 Boston Red Sox prospects. And this is what the White Sox want to do. They said to trade Chris Sale, we got to get some studs here and to make it work. Because they didn't have to trade Chris Sale. They're just waiting for someone to make that offer. Then boom, Boston last night and this morning finalized it and said, hey, we're going to top anything the Nationals can offer.
So are the White Sox done dealing now?
No, you're starting. I mean, now you're talking about, Todd Frazier going, Abreu could go, Adamini could go. I'll be interested to see if Quintana gets traded or start listing on offers. I mean, he's the next best starter out there.
Okay. From the Boston Red Sox point of view, I think this is what everybody really wants to know. What does Chris Sale do to the Red Sox and their chances of representing the AL in the World Series this year? I think it's got to put him close to the top of the list.
Yeah, you might as well start booking reservations now. Book the reservations now, Steve, for the World Series.
All right.
But no, the team is that good. I mean, your top three guys. In Sale, you always wonder about guys that get traded to New York or Boston. But this guy is such an animal and loves the spotlight. I think he'll thrive in Boston.
All right, so you've got David Price, you've got Chris Sale, and oh yeah, by the way, your Cy Young Award winner, Rick Porcello, as the top three pitchers there. That's a pretty good start, and one of the best offenses in baseball. Things are looking pretty good, even with David Ortiz retiring.
Yeah, you got about 6 or 7 starters. Throwing Buchholz and Wright and Rodriguez and those guys. That's 6 right there. Be interesting now to see what they do to replace Ortiz. I would think to go very small. You don't have to go get a Batista. You don't have to get a Encarnacion. But someone to fill that spot. I mean, you've gone this far. Might as well keep going.
Well, I'll throw something else out, too, because the Red Sox did make another deal earlier today when they acquired reliever Tyler Thornburg from the Milwaukee Brewers in exchange for Travis Shaw, who played third base and some first base for him. You take Shaw out of the mix. You've got Pablo Sandoval then stepping back in, a legitimate everyday third baseman now. Hanley Ramirez is your first baseman or your DH. I don't know, Bob. I think there's room for Edwin Encarnacion there. I mean, somebody's got a DH for them, and there's a spot in the lineup.
Oh, there is. I just don't know if they want to go with that big a payroll, but yeah, why not? If you got gone this far, and they need Sandoval to perform. I mean, now the spotlight goes on Sandoval. You're counting on him to play third base. He better be the guy that you thought you had when you signed him 2 years ago.
Right, 2 years ago. He was the big signee, coming over from San Francisco. Also, in the bullpen, though, Thornburg, underrated guy. I mean, he was lights out in Milwaukee. Held hitters to a 162 batting average last year. Took over as the closer at the end of the season after they traded a couple of guys. I think Tyler Thornburg makes a huge difference for this team because they lost a couple of their relievers. They need somebody to set up Craig Kimbrell.
Yeah, he should help. You always wonder about a guy, though, Steve, that goes from National League to the American League, especially the AL East. It's a different animal. And I guarantee he's not going to have 162 batting average against them in the American League. But it'll help for sure.
All right. So we've got a big move here, probably the biggest trade of the day. But are there any other moves? Are there any other teams you expect to maybe make a move in the next day or two here at the winter meetings? Because Everybody's here. Everybody's talking. The rumors are flying. What's the latest that Bob Nightingale has uncovered?
Yeah, I mean, there won't be a trade this winter as big as one we saw today. That's not going to happen. But, hey, Andrew McCutchen's still out there, right? And the Nationals, where he had the prospects to go get Chris Sale. So why not use it for McCutchen? And I think the White Sox will be busy. Now we'll see what the Detroit Tigers do. I mean, they got their guys. J.D. Martinez, I think he's going to be gone. Ian Kinsler's going to be gone. I don't believe Verlander. I don't believe Miguel Cabrera for a heartbeat. I can see those other two guys. Where Detroit and Chicago, I think teams will still be calling those two teams and saying, what do you got for us?
We had also closer Mark Melancon signed yesterday with the San Francisco Giants. Two big closers still remaining on the market in Aroldis Chapman and Kenley Jansen. You get any feel as to where those two might end up, or is it the market still unsettled enough that we don't know?
Yeah, I still think Chapman goes to Nationals. You just had grab him there. You had Dusty Baker as manager. Bob Miller, the assistant GM, was with him in Cincinnati. I know Miami's involved, but Washington makes so much sense. And then, of course, you have Kenley Jansen. But you're the Dodgers, all that money. How can you not bring back Kenley Jansen?
Yeah, it seems that way. So there are lots of teams that want a closer, and only a couple of those elite closers out there. Does maybe Greg Holland get a look somewhere? Is he going to be somebody that may be a fallback option?
He could be. Someone take a gamble on him. Yeah, I'm not sure if I believe that the Royals are going to start unloading people like people think. I don't know if they're really going to trade Wade Davis.
Yeah, there's been some talk about that. Lorenzo Cain possibly on the move.
I don't see it. I mean, he's won a World Series 2 years ago. Won the pennant again 3 years ago, and you still got a 1-year window. And these guys are going to be around before free agency. Why not see if you can win? Wait till July. If you're not in the race in July, then dump.
Yeah, there'll still be teams in the market for closers and bullpen help then.
Yeah, and so if you start giving up now, I mean, you might as well go up your season tickets. Okay, I'm done with the Royals.
All right, that's what's going on. That's the latest from Bob Nightingale here at the winter meetings. I'm Steve Gardner. Thanks for joining us.